All right, strap in, everyone. Today's deep dive, well, it's Squid Game.
Oh, yeah. Squid Game.
I bet you've at least heard of it. Yeah. Maybe even seen a clip or two of those crazy games.
Yeah, it blew up. Everyone was talking about it.
For real. And we're going past the hype because, well, this show didn't just get popular, you know? It, like, really struck a nerve.
It definitely got people talking, that's for sure.
So we're going deep, academic articles, media analysis, even some behind-the-scenes stuff, the whole 9 yards.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
So, like, get ready to level up your Squid Game knowledge.
It really went from 0 to 100, didn't it? One day it was just another Korean show. Next thing you know, it's a global phenomenon.
Yeah, like, it's not just entertainment, right? It made people think about some pretty serious stuff.
Big time.
And that's what we're here for. We're going to figure out just why this show, why it had everyone glued to their screens, you know, watching people play these deadly kids games.
Right. It's like super messed up, but you can't look away.
Exactly. So just so everyone's on the same page, Squid Game drops us right into this world where people are, like, seriously desperate for cash.
Desperate enough to risk their lives, yeah.
And they compete in these deadly versions of children's games, all for this massive prize.
High stakes, for sure.
High stakes indeed.
And those games, though, so simple, but so unsettling.
Yeah, like the whole red light, green light thing, super creepy.
Oh, totally. And it's specifically Korean, right? Adds this whole layer for people who aren't familiar with it.
You're right. Like, it's familiar, but then also foreign.
Makes it extra freaky.
But, okay, Squid Game isn't all just thrills and chills. It uses this setup to explore deeper stuff, like, like how money can really mess people up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's like a straight-up critique of, well, you know, capitalism.
It doesn't pull any punches.
Nope. It's like the show is shouting at us, look what happens when people are so obsessed with getting rich, they'll do anything.
Literally anything.
And it's crazy, right? Because the show, it's set in Korea, but it feels like people everywhere connect with it.
Oh,
It's like those worries about money, status, the pressure to succeed, they're kind of universal. Like, everyone feels it, no matter where they live.
yeah, it's like Squid Game is holding up this dark mirror to, like, our whole society.
Fancy thing.
Okay, so we got to talk about the elephant in the room. Squid Game is brutal.
Yeah.
Like, really violent.
It is intense. No way around that.
Definitely not for the faint of heart. But it feels like the creators were trying to make a point,
Yeah.
right? About, like, how far people will go when they're, like, really backed into a corner.
It's like pushing that idea to the extreme, you know?
That makes you think, right? Like, what would you do in that situation?
Tough question. Would you be able to, you know, keep your morals? Or would you turn into, like, one of those ruthless players?
It's unsettling,
Yeah.
to say the least. But that's what makes it so thought-provoking, I think. Like, it's not trying to give us simple answers.
No easy way out, yeah.
All right, so we've talked about the dark side of Squid Game, but we got to give it props. The show looks incredible.
Oh, visually. Stunning.
Yeah, like the colors, the sets, the whole aesthetic. Super striking.
Totally agree. The way they play with those bright, vibrant game colors against, like, this really bleak setting, it's super effective.
Right. It messes with your head. Like, think about the guards, you know, those pink and green jumpsuits.
Yeah, totally. You expect, like,
I know.
something cheerful.
And then they're, like, doing these horrific things.
Totally. It's that that clash that makes it so disturbing. And even the architecture, the way the sets are designed, it's fascinating.
Oh, yeah. The sets are like a character themselves almost.
Totally. All those maze-like spaces.
Claustrophobic.
Disorienting.
Totally. And the music, too. Sometimes it's, like, playful, almost childlike, which is super creepy given what's going on.
I know, right? It's like this unsettling contrast. Like, what you're hearing doesn't match what you're seeing.
It's like being at a carnival,
Yeah.
but, like, knowing something bad is about to happen.
Exactly. And it definitely messes with your expectations.
Like, you think you're getting one type of story, and then the music, it throws you off completely.
It's like the show is, like, playing with your emotions.
Totally. Like, in that red light, green light scene, they use this, like, creepy lullaby version of the tune.
Oh, so good.
And it just makes the whole thing even more terrifying.
It's brilliant filmmaking. Really makes you think about how much, like, music can influence us, you know?
Oh, for sure. And then there are the characters themselves, each one representing, like, a different way someone might react in this whole messed up scenario.
So true.
Like Gi-hun,
Yeah.
right? The gambler who's, like, totally down on his luck. Then you've got Sang-woo, the businessman who made some bad choices, and Sae-byuk, the North Korean defector, just trying to survive.
They're all so different, but they're all, like, relatable in a way.
And it's interesting, right? The show makes you, like, care about these characters, even though they're all, flawed.
Yeah, it's not just heroes and villains. There's so much gray area.
So much gray. And you're always, like, guessing, who to root for, who to trust. It keeps you on the edge of your seat.
Makes it really engaging.
So we have this show, right? Super intense, complex characters, crazy visuals, and then, bam, it drops on Netflix.
And boom, it explodes. Global phenomenon practically overnight.
Right. Like, it's a perfect storm, amazing content, plus the way we watch stuff today. Streaming, social media, it's all connected.
You think, like, Squid Game could have been this big if it came out, say, 10 years ago? Before all that?
I don't know. Maybe not. It just feels like it was made for how we consume media now.
Absolutely. It's like it tapped into this need we have to, like, instantly connect with each other, share our reactions, the whole thing.
And speaking of impact, Squid Game didn't just get people talking. It, like, swept the award shows, too.
Oh, yeah, the awards.
I mean, over 111 million people watched it in the first month. It was nominated for a bunch of Emmys. And the director, Hwang Dong-hyuk, he even won one.
So well-deserved, too.
Huge win for the show, but also for, like, stuff that's not in English. Prove that a story doesn't have to be in English to, like, connect with people all over the world.
Absolutely. Squid Game really, like, broke down those barriers.
It really did. And with 2 more seasons on the way, man, this conversation is just getting started.
Oh, yeah, buckle up. We've got a lot more Squid Game to explore. So we were just talking about season 2, right? How it's, like, actually happening. Filming is going on right now.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're like, those twisted games, they're going to keep going. But where does the story even go from here? That's the big question.
Right. Season 1, it left us with, like, a ton of unanswered questions.
Yeah, like, what about Gi-hun? He decides to fight the system, so, like, what now?
Exactly. And that whole, mysterious organization behind the games, who are these people?
We're totally in the dark about their, like, motives, their goals, everything.
It seems like we might finally get some answers, though, at least about the, puppet masters behind it all.
Oh, really? Spill the tea.
Well, Hwang Dong-hyuk, the creator, he's hinted that season 2 will dig deeper into, like, the organization. All about power, control, that kind of stuff.
Ooh, juicy. I wonder if there'll be these, evil masterminds, just straight up villains.
Right. Or will they be more, like, complex? Maybe they even think they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, good point. Squid Game always did a good job of showing, like, the gray areas of morality. It's not so simple.
Totally. Like, remember the players, the contestants?
Yeah.
They weren't all innocent. They made some tough calls. Some of them betrayed each other, the whole thing.
That's what makes it so real, though, right? It makes you think, what would I do?
Yeah, like, easy to judge from the outside.
But put yourself in their shoes.
Exactly.
So exploring the organizers, their whole deal, I bet that'll bring up even more of those, like, ethical questions, the should we, could we kind of stuff.
Right. Like, what kind of person even thinks of something like Squid Game?
Makes you wonder about power in the real world, too, right?
Totally. Like, are the people in charge, are they any different? Squid Game, it's like it's holding up this, like, funhouse mirror to our world.
Warped reflections everywhere. Okay, so season 2, if it's all about this organization, are we going to see any familiar faces?
From the games, good question. Hwang Dong-hyuk, he's been keeping things super secret.
Oh, come on, give us something.
He has hinted that some characters might come back.
Okay, that's something.
And honestly, Gi-hun, the way he ends season 1, rejecting the money, wanting to fight back.
He's got to be in it, right.
It'd be hard to imagine the story going on without him.
All right, so Gi-hun's probably back. But how does he even, like, start taking these guys down?
Yeah, what's his play?
Does he go, like, full detective mode, gather evidence, try to expose them to the cops?
Or does he, like, go undercover? Maybe even go back into the games.
Oh, that'd be intense.
Gi-hun's such a fascinating character, too. The way he changed over season 1.
He did a complete 180, for sure.
From, like, this sad sack gambler to this guy with, like, a mission.
So what about the visuals and the music? Season 1 had that crazy, like, twisted Candyland vibe. What'll happen when we go deeper into the organization's world?
You're right. It was so unique. If those bright colors were like, twisted innocence, will season 2 be like darker?
More serious, less like playful death games.
Maybe. We could get those, sleek, futuristic sets, all tech and surveillance.
Yeah. Less handmade, more like corporate evil lair. And the music.
Oh,
Do you think they'll keep those playful tunes?
I doubt it. Maybe they'll use more silence, like really build the tension.
Or like sounds of technology. That hum of computers, you know?
Yeah. I bet Wang Dong-hyuk will surprise us, though. He's good at that.
Oh, definitely. He knows how to use visuals and sound to, like, make the story hit harder.
You know what? I'm kind of glad we have to wait for season 2.
Why is that?
It gives us time to, like, rewatch season 1, maybe catch some stuff we missed.
Oh, for sure. Now that we know they're going to focus on the organization, it's like, we can watch with fresh eyes.
Like we're detectives, right? Looking for clues.
It makes it, like, more interactive, even. And it's not just us. There's tons of fan theories online.
Oh, totally. People are dissecting every scene, every line.
It's awesome. Shows how complex and well-written the show is.
Makes you think, right?
For sure. And while we're waiting, we can, like, dive into those theories, talk about our own ideas, connect with other fans.
It's a good reminder that Squid Game is more than just a show. It's this, like, cultural thing.
Yeah, people are talking about it everywhere.
And not just about the show itself, but, like, bigger issues, you know?
Social inequality, the role of entertainment, all of it.
And the fact that it's Korean, that's huge.
It really opened up the world to, like, stories from different places.
Squid Game's power is that it's not just fun to watch, it's like a conversation starter.
Yeah. Gets you thinking, gets you feeling, gets you question things, and with more seasons on the way.
This is only the beginning.
So we've spent a lot of time talking about Squid Game, right?
Yeah.
Breaking down what makes it so, I don't know, gripping.
Yeah, all the anxieties about debt, those little cultural details, even the crazy colors.
They went deep. But it's more than just, you know, looking cool, right? It's got people thinking, arguing even, about some pretty heavy stuff.
Big time. I mean, it sparked conversations all over the world.
And I think part of that, it's because Squid Game doesn't shy away from the dark stuff, you know?
Oh, it gets dark.
It forces you to, like, really look at inequality, how power can turn people, well, bad.
It's not afraid to be brutal.
But it does it in a way that's, like, still entertaining. It's weird.
I know, right? It's like it's saying, hey, this is messed up, but check it out. Isn't it fascinating?
Totally. Like, think about that scene with Sang-woo when he betrays Ali, the migrant worker.
Oh, man, that scene.
Heartbreaking, right. But it makes you wonder, like, would you do that if you were in his shoes?
Seriously, would you sacrifice your morals just to survive?
Heavy stuff. And I think that's what makes Squid Game different from other, like, dystopian stories. It's not black and white. It's all those shades of gray.
So much gray. And it sticks with you.
Oh, absolutely. It gets under your skin. And we can't forget this show. It wasn't just a hit. It was like a cultural earthquake.
It really was. Netflix's most watched show ever, awards galore.
Memes, debates, you name it, it's everywhere.
It's like Squid Game infected the zeitgeist, you know?
Totally. Everyone's referencing it, dressing up as the characters. I even saw, like, a Squid Game escape room the other day.
No way.
It's wild. But I think it also says something about, like, where we are as a society, you know, globally even.
What do you mean?
It feels like we're craving stories that, I don't know, that challenge us, show us different perspectives, and don't sugarcoat the bad stuff.
Yeah, we're hungry for the real deal, even if it's, you know, a little messed up.
And the fact that it's Korean, that's huge.
It broke down a lot of walls, for sure.
Like, it showed that a great story can come from anywhere and still connect with everyone.
It's universal.
And with 2 more seasons coming, this conversation, it's just getting started.
Oh, yeah, we've got a lot more to unpack.
Wang Dong-hyuk, that guy, he's got some serious storytelling chops. I can't wait to see what he does next, what new twists he comes up with, what other, what other uncomfortable truths he throws at us.
I'm ready.
It's going to be a wild ride, that's for sure. But you know what? This whole deep dive, it's reminded me that entertainment, it can be more than just, you know, a way to kill time.
It can be powerful.
Yeah. It can connect us, make us think, make us question things. So next time you're scrolling through Netflix or arguing about the latest show with your friends, remember Squid Game. Remember that sometimes the best stories, they're the ones that make you feel something, you know? The ones that stick with you long after the credits roll.
Couldn't have said it better myself.